Hi guys, back again with me Austin from Avoid Heart. Today I'm going to share to you my experience on this Hasbro Star Wars, the vintage collection, 3/4 inch line, Kithaba. For the sake of this video, I'll just say Kithaba figure, okay? Uh, Yeah, he's one of the Jabba's gift gods. I believe he's kind of mandatory if you want to complete Jabba and the gang. All right, Jabba the Hutt and the gang. So anyway, it's a cool figure again from this line. Everything is nice in my opinion, of course. So okay, let's take a closer look at this guy. Okay. Again, the sculpt is very nice. Okay, the eyes is man is perfect. You know, that's something that's missing these days. Nose, and teeth, mouth, even this part, you know, on the cheek, are all very nice. Again, you know, although this is maybe an unknown character to those who doesn't like Star Wars, but figure-wise, man, oh, this is very cool. From the front, it looks like bulldog. I think that's the inspiration of the character. But upward, I mean, to the top of his head, you know, this part, it looks like a crocodile. Anyway, he's an alien after all. Nice mold, nice paint, very tidy, nicely molded as well. You know, nice old days, right? Anyway, okay, then to the body, there's this part with the pockets. It's a separate part. See, it's moving, it's rubbery as well, I believe. You can take it off. If you want to, just take out the head and you will take this off, but I'm not going to do that, you know. Anyway, just want you to know that it is a separate part with this pocket, bandolier, or whatever you want to call it, and removable as well. The shirt is okay again, but I like the fact that the paint is kind of dirty because Jabba's place is in Tatooine, if I'm not mistaken. It's a desert, so they kind of make that special effect on that, you know, the weathering, so which is very sandy. I like that, you know, very cool to them, but nice mold with all the wrinkles here and there. All right, I like where the paint scheme really. This is probably his glove as well, because this is different from the skin tone on the head. I may be wrong, because you see the structure of the hand there. So this is probably his hand. Sorry, it's not a glove. I don't think so, because you can see the nails. Very interesting though. I'm not sure if this is how the character is supposed to be. Otherwise, it's still cool. The belt holster is kind of molded because I cannot move it. Oh, is it? Yeah, I think it's molded this one or glued. But anyway, it's a working holster. Very stiff, but you can see that it is a working one because the smaller blaster is in there. I'll just take it out for now. Okay, see, it's pretty cool. The pants is cool, I guess. It's like, you know, it's molded in a way that it's like it is tucked into the boot. Yeah, the pair of boot. So it's cool. Alright, the detail on the boot are nice as well. A bit of reddish paint on the joint there, but that's okay for me. Sometimes you cannot be super perfect, but the fact that they have this is cool enough for me. Alright, nice detail on the boot as well. Alright, so yeah, now for the articulation. Okay, the head is on ball joint, so there's a bit of upward downward movement and side to side motion, but not so much. Okay, of course you can turn it around 360. I like the headband, by the way. It's not removable the way it is molded, Now the arm is a ball hinge joint. That's a hinge, so upward extension this much. You can adjust, and yeah, this is the backward extension. Of course, you can do something like this. Sorry. Okay. Same. And the elbow you can bend this much. Not bad. Turn it around 360. Okay, the wrist you can turn around. No additional rotation. Yes. Now the waist you can turn on top of the belt. It's kind of tight, but you can turn it around 360. The leg is still the same pivot joint. You can do front kick like this, back kick. This is good for sitting position actually, right? I like the fact that the holster here doesn't really hinder the articulation, so that's cool. Okay, the knee you can bend this much. You can turn it around. Okay, 360. So that's cool. So yeah, so you get. Okay, the full kick is kind of hindered by the molded piece of clothes up here, but that's okay. Now, rotation down here. Alright, rotation, and then you can have downward motion a little bit and upward motion hindered, but yeah, that's okay, I guess. Let's try. Yep, hindered by the piece on the shin. Anyway, no rocker ankle. That's the standard articulation for this Star Wars figure, which is good enough for me. Okay, now here are several accessories. Just two accessories. One is the smaller blaster that works fine with the trigger hole. Okay, nice metallic paint there. A bit, yeah, but mostly black. I found out that it works on both both wrists, or both palms, both palms, because both has kind of a trigger finger. So let's try put it on the right first. Voila, it works nicely. Let's try on the other hand as well. Let's try it. Both is working fine. Okay, see, it's working fine. So that's cool. You can always put it back into the holster and just stay there nicely. You also have this weapon which looks like a spear, so I presume that, let me check what it is supposed to be called. I think it's a force spike. Okay, that's what they call. It's kind of rubbery, so it may be a bit bendy, but you can always fix it later. Okay, I'm not sure how it is being used. Probably there's a force boom like that. Maybe wrong. This is probably what the Emperor's bodyguard, the royal guard have. You know, this kind of pike, right? So yeah, this guy more like a bodyguard. Anyway, he can hold with both hands nicely as well. So let's try putting it with both hands. Okay, so yes, you can have double the pike, okay, with both hands, and you can do kind of a trusting position. Not perfect, but yes, you can have something like this. Okay, so that's good for me. Alright, if you are wondering that, you know, the pivot joint on the leg or the thigh will hinder the possibility and that the figure cannot do any action pose, then you are wrong, because here this is what I normally do with this kind of joint, which is not super cool. I mean it's not the best position, but at least you can still do this, you know. It's still an action pose by any means, right? So yeah, just do your way, you know. Okay, so let's measure him up. Let's see how tall he is really. Anyway, it's still very easy to stand, which is cool for me. So you can display him and just be rest assured that he will stand nicely. He's roughly to the top of his head is probably 3 3/4 inch, around that to be exact. So it's a true 3/4 inch figure. Alright, so let's compare him with several other figures. I just take a bit of distance so that I can show you a little better. This is Bomb Femdin that I mentioned to you. I shared to you earlier. Alright, Stormtrooper, a more recent character Jin. So let's see what I can find beside me. Scarif. So yeah, he's not that short, not that tall, just normal, really. Okay, let me check if I can find any other figure beside me. This is Cassian with open legs, which makes him a little bit small. Let me check if I can kind of adjust that. Kind of short. This is Ray with open leg as well, which I like. This is Scarif Trooper. Any other? Okay. This is a G.I. Joe figure, Storm Shadow. Alright. For comparison, oops, with another line, sorry about that. You're the main character now. Forgot. Alright, this is compared to Marvel Legends. Okay, normally bigger. Alright. Okay, so this is one of the scapegoat again. I just want to mention, although it's not the main character, every Star Wars collectors know that it's not just the characters. You know, you want to complete the whole universe if you can, right? And you want to recreate the iconic scene in every part of the movie, like you know, Jabba and the gangs, Cantin's heart, the team. Andor team, hot battle team, whatever team that is, you know, I understand that. So it's a cool figure, nice mold again in this line. Articulation is not the best, but it works. Accessories are working, which is cool to me. So it's a cool figure. It's a must-have for anyone who wants to complete Jabba's gangs, Jabba the Hutt. Okay. So thanks guys for watching. I must say, probably hard. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Goodbye.